We all know about the importance of maintaining a healthy diet, right? It helps boost your energy, supports weight loss, it helps protect you from many diseases. Well, one type of diet that Cone health providers say can be beneficial is a plant-based diet. A Caswell County woman knows about the diet all too well. Wanda Hammock experienced high cholesterol and knew that she needed to change her eating habits. She switched to a plant-based diet in 2022 after facing a diabetes diagnosis. She says the switch to eating healthy happened gradually.
It was difficult at first because it was changing my habit. I'm a busy person, so I was eating on the run a lot. I was eating a lot of convenience foods, hitting a drive-through, that sort of thing. So I had to change my habits to start doing more meal prep and more planning for when I would eat, where I would eat.
Hammock says she began to eat more salads and beans by eliminating the fast foods and the processed foods. Because of her diet, her health improved and she's much happier. And she even lost 70 pounds in just over a year.
My lab work is phenomenal at this point. When I started this, my triglycerides were 139, which is in the normal range. My last blood work a couple of weeks ago, they were 53. So, I mean, it's just phenomenal. The changes, my A1C that was at 6.4 sitting on a diabetes diagnosis are now 5.5 and are consistently held there.
Dr. Gabranita, a diabeticologist with Cone Health, works with more than 200 patients benefiting from the diet. He says 93% of the people in the world are medically unhealthy, and that the top 5 medical conditions, including diabetes, benefit from a whole food plant-based diet.
Keep food simple, get it from the ground, from the farmer as much as possible, instead of from the factories. So fruits and vegetables should be a staple every day, 4 to 5 servings. And then the next major staple should be start with beans, so, any kind of beans, and a grain.
So Dr. Nita says the diet can help your body fight inflammation, giving you a much better medical advantage. So that's why he's joining us today to talk about how you can change your diet. All right, so let's kind of talk about this. Is there a specific person who's like the whole food plant-based eating is recommended, or is this for just anyone?
Tanya, thank you for the question. I cannot think of anyone who would not benefit from a whole food plant-based diet. It is a part of a broader approach by American College of Lifestyle Medicine, focusing on preventive medicine, among other measures such as regular exercise, stress management, avoiding risky substances and social connections. Whole food plant-based diet to be the most important contributor for those efforts in achieving health and longevity.
The most. Okay, so let's talk about this. What does a whole food plant-based eating look like? Does that mean like you don't eat meat, you don't eat dairy? What does it mean? What does it look like?
The first thing to keep in mind is to keep it simple. It's not complicated. Whole food plant-based diet means food as close to its natural form as possible, meaning minimal processing or unprocessing, and mostly plants. For example, apple is a whole food, apple pie is not. Beef is a whole food, hot dog or sausage is not. So whole food plant-based diet is a slightly different category from what we are familiar with. However, it's a very, very studied and evidence shows that this is superior diet pattern where it is fiber-filled, it's anti-inflammatory, and it helps to prevent, treat, and reverse some chronic conditions associated with obesity and overweight.
Okay, and so I think that is key. It's not just plant-based, but it's also whole foods, since you mentioned that. All right, so let's kind of break it down even a little bit more. What should people decrease from their diet?
So the top suspects for disease-promoting foods include red meat, processed meats, refined grains, fatty meal, and full-fat dairy should be avoided by any cost.
Full-fat dairy is what you said, yes?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
So then what should people increase or have more of? So now they're thinking to themselves, okay, that's stuff that I'm not supposed to have as much, so how do we fill our plates?
Yeah, there is a broad consensus on these items who are encouraged by almost all dietary guidelines globally. People should eat more fruits and vegetables, whole grains, any nuts and seeds, low-fat dairy, and any fish and seafood are proven to promote health. So they should be encouraged.
Okay, how do we do this? So some people, would say do this little bit by little bit, transition. Some people say you need to go cold turkey and just like change everything all at once. What is your recommendation?
The recommendation is always slow, start slow and progress slowly. That way, outcomes can be measured and individuals can decide which sweet spot to keep. For example, it's a spectrum from unhealthy foods towards the healthier options. And then you start somewhere. I think that's the most important thing, is finding out where you are. And then from that point, you move slowly towards whole food plant-based diet. And if you identify a sweet spot where you are happy with your outcomes, you keep it. If not, you keep moving towards the other end of the spectrum, which is whole food plant-based diet. But the change has to be slow, too small to fail. Otherwise, this is a lifestyle medicine. It's not a three months or 4 months commercial diet program. Mm-hmm. It's a lifestyle change, and it has to be a slow process.
Okay, well, we are going to continue this conversation. We're going to talk about how you make that transition, some simple steps that they recommend, that and more coming up.